What's up YouTube, it's Louis here. Hope you're all well. Today we're looking at Bitcoin on the weekly time frame and we'll go down from there. So apologies for getting the video out so late. Obviously I've taught someone this morning on the mentorship, so if you're interested, go over to my Twitter page, Louis_crypto, and all the options of the packages are over there, and there'll also be a little clip at the end of this video. But guys, I think Abby might have COVID, so we've gone to do a PCR test. It's like more than the little lateral flow test, a bit more accurate. It gets sent off to a lab. Hopefully we'll hear back, but yeah, she's so ill. If it's not COVID, I don't know, because all the tests she's done prior, they just all come back negative for like 3 days in a row, but she's so ill, it's ridiculous. But yeah, if it's just the flu, it just shows you the flu's worse than COVID in some senses. But yeah, we have this head and shoulders pattern. We're still outside of it, holding it as resistance. Technical target is down to, I think, 26k it was. From here to here, put down the breakout. You can see we are in a technical target to 26k, but a lot of good first steps. We saw, if you remember the last videos, how we had a falling wedge over here, rising wedge, sorry, my apologies here. And our technical target was met because on the monthly time frame, our target was over here, this swing low, and we met our target at 35k. So now we can go back to the weekly. The weekly time frame, that was Abby coughing in the back. But yeah, on the weekly time frame, we come down, validating the pattern, broke the neckline, and now we're coming back up. Beautiful, after meeting the patterns, the rising wedge patterns target. We haven't met the head and shoulders patterns target, but so basically that's still in play until you break above this red line just above us, right at 44.2. If it takes another week, 44.7, a week after 44.7 again, a week after 45 basically. So it's in and around 44 to 45k, just depends when you go ahead and break this. What I would say though is that we're still in a target to the downside as long as we're below this red line, but also we're still in a bearish trend until we break above this orange line, the 55 weekly EMA. Could all this that's happening now is a retest of this for continuation down? We have to have that in the back of our heads. How do we invalidate this? Well, first of all, if we do get rejected here, which I am anticipating actually, because first of all, if we go to the daily time frame quickly, since we broke above this and this swing low, we never back tested it as support. So that is something we need to do. We need to either retest this green line, the 20 EMA, or this green box. So that's what I'm waiting for, and that's why you can see we're running into that daily 55. This is our double brick wall. We come up to it, we get rejected, continue the trend. We come up to it, get rejected, continue the trend. Come to the 20, get rejected, continue the trend. So that's what should have happened here. We had a doji at resistance, usually a reversal indicator, and then we had a bearish engulfing, another bearish continuation pattern. This meant we should have continued down. But I think if we measure from the low down here to the highest point, which is that doji's wick, you can see we came down to the 382. We know, if you remember previous videos like on Matic from months back, before we did like maybe October, November time, we were saying once we have a new trend, the first impulsive wave, the retracement, can be to the 382. It doesn't have to go to the 618. And in this case, if this is the new uptrend, which potentially it is, because we're getting a high, a low, and a higher high now, we just need to obviously break this high to get that trend started. So what do we need to do now? We need to make a higher low and then make a higher high. So it makes sense to roll over. Why else would it make sense to roll over? Well, first of all, we got above the 20, bullish. Now we should continue upwards because we're above it. As long as we're above it, we should continue the uptrend. As long as we're below it, we should continue the downtrend. So now that we're above it, where's our next resistance point? Basically the 55 EMA. Where is the 55 EMA lining up with? This previous resistance? Look to the left, structure leaves clues. So this is an area that we need to tackle. What else is this area? The neckline of the head and shoulders. So this is a key resistance point going forward, 43 to 44.4k. We need to turn this into a green box, into support, but until then, this is key resistance lining up with the 55 and these previous wick rejections, body counter closes, dojis, shooting stars, whatever you want to call them. Shooting star here, this is the harsh one where you actually were forming some sort of double bottom here. You never even come to the neckline, you got rejected. Look at the point of contact. It was the head and shoulders neckline, it was the resistance here, it was also the 20 EMA, all in the exact location to the dollar, to the cent, or whatever you want to call it. And then we dropped, and this looks like, if you remember from yesterday and the day before video, an inverted head and shoulders, but it has not formed yet. We have broken out of here, so I'm actually going to readjust this line now, because that was from the previous video before we got this continued move to the upside. So now we have a continued move to the upside. For me, this would be the resistance. How do we know if this resistance is correct? Well, we know that any trend line or support and resistance is more accurate if it has touches as support and resistance. So here we have touches as resistance, but now if I drag it back a little bit more, I've got taps of support and resistance. So I'm going to try and get a very accurate line just like that. So I got support here, exact touches as resistance as well, and lining up exactly with the 55. So we know if this is confirmed as resistance on the daily time frame, if we close below this orange line on the daily time frame, then we are consolidating between the 20 and the 55. So this is why I think that potentially we could be forming some sort of inverse head and shoulders, where we come back down to test this, and you get your left shoulder, your head, and your right shoulder, and then we would break out and continue once we come back to the neckline, back test it, support, and then we should be good for continuation. So that's what I'm anticipating. Not only that, this is some sort of descending triangle over here, something that we've actually were calling up in and then broke out, met the technical target, and now you come back in it and you haven't back tested it support. And that's why I think that we need to come back to that 20 EMA. Oops, I just moved that trend line without meaning to. Sorry guys, yeah, it was something like that, wasn't it? Yeah, perfect. So yeah, I think that now if we confirm this resistance, we're just consolidating between support and resistance. So it makes sense that if you don't break resistance, you go to support. If you don't break support, you go to resistance. So we want this to hold. If you don't hold this, that means that this move to the upside is a fake out. So if we saw something like this, where we've come up now, lose the low, hold it as resistance, then we actually should get a lower low. So this is something that we need to watch out for. But what I think is going to happen is that we're just going to come retest the support, break out, and head up. This is what I'm personally seeing. If we now get above the 55, then all I want to see is the outside of this trend line confirmed as support, and then we would head up. But for me, I think it would make more sense if we do hold this, we're going to continue down. But we know Bitcoin, it should do this, it should do that, but it won't always. So just get ready that if we do break above this 55, back test this, we would be going to the 200 EMA. And we know that this area, if you've been watching the videos in the last few days, is a very significant key level, because actually in the short term we're safe because we're above this. We just need to confirm it's support, but actually it's still risky. Or we can put trades, like let's say if we hold this support or the 55 support, we can put some long positions. That will be in my crypto group chat, so wait until the end to if you're interested in that. But it's very risky until we get above this. Once we get above 52k, we do have a target 108k. That is written in the stars. It's written in the stars, guys. 108k. However, we might not meet it if we fail to get above the 618. This is still a bear market scenario where we come down impulsively, correct to the 618, and then lose this low here and continue into a bear market. This is the risk. This is something that we must watch out for. So if you have any long positions already in, great for you. There was no reason to get in unless you FOMO'd in. Like, there was no confirmations of support to say, yeah, we should go into a trade. There was no confirmations of support. You can see as soon as you broke out, didn't even backtest the purple line, let alone that green line over here and the green box. So no backtest of support, so no confirmations that this is support yet. You're above it, so that's positive, very bullish, but we need to now confirm it as support. Once that's done, we can enter long positions, and of course my take profit target will be here in around 0.5 and 0.618 depending on the reactions. But you can see over here previous resistance where we had a double top. This is telling me that the 618 at 52k is a very key level of resistance, as we've shown previously on this chart over here. So yes, as we've broken out with no back test, we are in a technical target to 69k. But again, guys, we must back test this and if we don't, we're obviously going to continue down and roll over. So guys, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Please like, subscribe, and get the channel to 2k subscribers. And yeah, of course, comment down below what you think is going to happen next. So guys, these are my crypto packages. Let's bring you over to the one-on-one mentorship, where it's £650 one-off payment. You will get video call lessons with me over a 1 month period. We will do 1 or 2 hour lessons every single day. and you don't need any prior knowledge whatsoever. You can have zero, you can already be an advanced or intermediate trader. My job here is to 10x your learning curve. Everything that I'm teaching you has taken me over 3 years to gather and cost me over £10,000, whether that was good courses, bad courses, mistakes, scams, or whatever it was. It cost me over £10,000 to get all this information that I'm personally teaching you. I also had to pay for my mentor over $2,000 for a 2-hour lesson. So what you're getting for this price is absolutely phenomenal. Now, you also get the 6-hour crypto course included in this price, as well as the signals chat until the top of the bull market. Now let's move over to the signals chat. I wouldn't call it signals. This is just basically a group where I post what I'm personally doing, my thoughts on the market, if I think it's going up or down. So there's daily chart updates, but also, yeah, throughout the day, what I'm thinking, or where I'm buying, where I'm selling, where I'm looking to accumulate, or obviously get out the market. This is what's in the crypto chat, and that's £25 for your first month and £40 onwards. Then we can move over to the 6-hour crypto course. There are over 35 plus videos in this. You don't need any prior knowledge to start. You can be beginner, intermediate, or advanced level trader. My job here is to 10x your learning curve, to make you into that self-sufficient trader, to make you into a trader that doesn't need outsiders' help. Not my help, not any YouTuber's help, or any crappy group chat. So if you're interested in this, you also do get a one-on-one mentorship lesson with me at the end of the course, so you can get any questions answered, so you're clear and you know exactly what to do going forward. If you're interested in any of these packages, then please go to my Twitter at Louis_crypto and literally comment down below and just say, Louis, I'm interested, and I'll personally private message you to see if you qualify for any of these packages. Thank you guys for listening, watching the video. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.